Outerbridge Horsey was Delaware's ninth senator. He was specially elected in 1810 to fill the vacancy caused by the death of Samuel White, and he joined the Senate on January 29th. He was re-elected in 1815 and served until March 3, 1821. Horsey was born in Laurel, Delaware. After college, he moved to Wilmington, where he studied law under future Senator James A. Bayard and passed the bar in, well, the main sources say he passed the bar in 1807, but they also say he became Delaware Attorney General in 1806, and it seems unlikely to me that somebody could do that job if he wasn't already a lawyer. Besides, Horsey turned 30 in 1807. Most lawyers in this era, including all the previous Delaware senators who were lawyers, entered the profession right out of college, which was generally around age 20. So, even though I have nothing but circumstantial evidence to go on, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the 1807 date is wrong, and he actually passed the bar about 10 years earlier. I know, it's not that big a deal, but I demand accuracy, damn it. So anyway, Horsey was elected to the State House of Representatives in 1801 and then became Delaware Attorney General in 1806. In 1810, he was specially elected to the Senate after Samuel White died in office, and Mr. Horsey took his seat on January 29th. He was re-elected in 1815 and left when his second term ended on March 3, 1821. He didn't lose his election, the legislature simply failed to elect anybody. It was a common problem back then, and a big part of why we eventually got the 17th Amendment in 1913. Horsey's total uninterrupted time in office of 11 years, 1 month, and 2 days was the longest of all Delaware senators up to that point, and his record stood for 42 years until it was surpassed by James A. Bayard Jr. in 1863. Horsey retired to private life after leaving the Senate, and he enjoyed a long retirement. He died in 1842. And since I know you're wondering about the name, here's how it happened. Horsey's great-grandfather, Nathaniel, was married to a woman whose maiden name was Martha Outerbridge, and in 1720 they named one of their sons Outerbridge. Using previous family surnames as first or middle names for the children was a common naming convention back then, regardless of how silly they sometimes turned out. Although, in this case, I think Horsey is what really makes this name great. If he was Outerbridge Jones, it wouldn't be nearly as good. But regardless of its whimsical silliness, Nathaniel and Martha clearly liked it, as did their descendants. The name continued on through the generations. Outerbridge Horsey VI was a career diplomat from 1938 to 1966, and Outerbridge Horsey VII was, and possibly still is, an architect in Georgetown.